We are live at Target Field ahead of the big Bison Butler game. And joining us now, we have the team doc, Dr. Bruce Pyatt. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, happy to come.
And okay, you're here ahead of the team a little bit, but it's a huge team effort. We thought it'd be fun to talk to you a little bit about keeping these guys on the field. I mean, they're big boys. They're hitting hard. We have some injuries. I mean, what kind of role do you guys play?
Well, for me personally, when they get to where they need me, it's usually me keeping them off the field a lot of the time. So most of that work is being done by the strength and conditioning staff, by the athletic training staff that's really working in conjunction with us. And they're the ones that do all the day-to-day grunt work that keeps them alive. I mean, I think Kyle can tell you the hours that he spent in the training room trying to rehab from injuries, the time he spent in the strength and conditioning room trying to prevent those things, that's the key.
Sometimes it seems like you can't really prevent certain things. Sometimes Kyle actually said, you did knee surgery on him.
Could that stealing all my
I know,
all my
stealing your questions.
Come on, but yes, he did. I have to give Dr. Pyatt a huge shout out. He performed I don't know the medical term, but I had to trim a little bit out of my meniscus, and you did a great job.
Meniscectomy.
Meniscectomy, yeah. I didn't want to mess that up. But you did a great job for me. Held up for another. That was actually my freshman year. Yeah. But I wanted to ask you just about, what's it like being a team doctor? Obviously, you still have your own practice and your day-to-day stuff. But what's it like? What's the differences between your day-to-day stuff and then just your role on the team for the Bison?
So as a old frustrated athlete, it keeps me in the game on some level. So, it's really the part of my life that is my passion and my joy, and gives me a lot of happiness. The relationships that I'm able to build with the athletes really make it incredible. I love what I do on a day-to-day basis, but it's pretty rare that I get to see injuries happen, that I get to see them from the moment that they've occurred, go through all the rehab with them, on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis, and then see the outcomes that come from it. That just really warms my heart all the time.
I love that. Wow, that kind of got a little softer than I thought we were going to go here. How about it? I feel like your orthopedics, yes, but concussions are an issue, especially when we're in football, and I'm not trying to be controversial, but you're also keeping an eye on people's eyes as well after some of those hard hits, right?
Yeah, and things have changed so dramatically over the years. I mean, I always think back to some of the first years I was here that our protocol was as long as the patient or the athlete cleared within 15 minutes, we're throwing them back into action. That would never happen today. And thank God that we have really learned our lessons from the past. We have a whole staff that's doing that. It's not just myself. I've got another orthopedic surgeon on the sideline. I've got a primary care physician, Dr. Kurt Nias, who's with us all the time. And whenever we see a big hit or a big change of direction that occurs in an athlete, we keep an eye on them and make sure that they get up appropriately, they act appropriately. You watch them, look at them, talk to them, try to figure out where they stand. And if there's any question, they're out of action until we can clear them.
Now, is that an NCAA rule? I know in the NFL there's all these rules and guidelines, and especially for concussions. Is that NCAA rule? Is that something the team tells you what to do? Or
it's really unfortunate. It amazes me that with all the stuff that's gone on at the NFL level, that the NCAA has not stepped up to really require that. It's on an individual basis, basically. They do ask for our concussion protocols, and they document them, and they make sure we have them, but there's nothing that is standardized around it. And so it's really up to us to maintain and manage that.
Well, you have a very fun role with the team, and it's so great to visit with you as well. I know that you're pretty regular on our pregame show as well with the injury report and giving us updates. So, Dr. Bruce Pyatt, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Happy to do it.
All right, and go Bison. We have one more break here. When we come back, though, I think we're going to bring Marcus Williams back on and do one more chat here. Might as well.